Okay.
More games! Well, I guess not quite yet.
Nope, we're ready.
Okay, more games.
Hey guys, AngryMonkey here.
And Jackson Farrell.
And wow, what an episode.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I think the first time that we've had a different character kind of be the villain in the end or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because naturally we had, well, Clover sliced us apart with an axe. And then we had Ace take Lotus hostage. And I guess he took her behind door 9. And then last episode was 7 taking Ace, Lotus, and June hostage.
Or Santa. Yep.
Leaving Junpei, Clover, and 7 behind. But we hear a knocking on the door. We only need a 2. If only there was somebody with a 2 bracelet that can help us get through.
Well, but as long as we're listing people who've been carrying the villain ball, there is the mystery assailant who stabbed us with the knife.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that could be Alice.
True. We've only uncovered more possibilities.
Yeah.
So, are we ready to jam?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, Blinky World.
Suddenly, there was a voice inside of Junpei said, Who are you? Why are you doing in my head? Truth had gone. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Oh, what the goof was that? That voice.
That was the voice of God.
Well, we are in a church-looking place.
Yeah.
Oh? What are you talking about?
What's up? What's up, home dog?
7 and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell him. If he told them he heard a voice, they'd laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. I guess we all are at this point. So all he said was,
Oh, nothing?
He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet.
Jimmy, okay?
I'm fine.
There was a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. Junpei pressed the buttons on the bracelet.
Okay. Which is the correct pattern? Truth is...
Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone. So truth is right, which means that what is gone is what is left.
So we alternate?
No. Yes. So we know that it starts with a right, so we can eliminate these 2 possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
These 3 possibilities. So it's either it's that one, or that one. So right, left. So it'd be right, left, right, left, right, left.
Like so?
Yes.
Well, it's truth had gone, right had left, right had left, right had left. Right? Left? Right, left, right, left?
I think so.
Okay, let's party. Click, click. Clicky, click.
That was it. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 8 numbers blinked on and then off on the bracelet display. Junpei checked one last time. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the goof were those numbers?
Oh my gosh, are those...
Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. He knelt down in front of the keypad, running over the numbers in his head so that he wouldn't forget.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
And then it would be go like 1, 3, 4. No, that's not. No, 1, 4, 3. 3, 8, no, I forgot. Alright, so he's just repeating those over and over.
Yeah.
With trembling fingers, he punched them in. Alright, so he entered that in. That was all of them. He punched in the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. Then there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Oh, it's a zombie! Kill it!
I guess there's no way to get to this ending without knowing that it's...
That is why, if you would have followed everything to get to the true ending, but if you didn't have the safe ending, that's why it was to be continued. Because you needed to know about the Sinister Hand note that Clover had when you found it on her dead body during the safe ending.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that voice came back to you, because it is something that that you had experienced in another timeline, basically.
Mm-hmm. And Junpei's got a telepathic connection to himself.
Yeah. Hold on.
You gonna try it again?
So I'm trying to think. Clover's the only character I have right now. So I was wondering if I could borrow either Snake or Seven just to make it more balanced.
Sure. Who do you prefer?
Well, they're both your characters, so who do you...
Well, I mean, you're having to bear the weight of Clover's voice. So whichever voice of those two is your preference.
I can do the siblings unless you want to do Snake because he is fun to do, and I can.
Yeah, I'll do Snake.
Okay, then I'll take Seven's lines.
Solution. Anyway, I've got a Snake line. Oh, is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
You jerk! You were in that coffin the whole time! I thought you were dead!
Snake! Oh my, how did you... Junpei and Seven? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask. Junpei and Seven shared a wry smile. Not that I can see your smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears.
You're back! You're back!
With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms.
Not only my back, but my fabulous front and my two sensational sides.
And of course, my legs and my one arm.
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
You forgot to do that.
You're back! You're back!
Clover looked like nothing so much as a lost childhood finally found her home. She cried and cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she was about to begin hyperventilating.
You're back! Don't have any other lines and you're back! You're finally here! You're back!
Her voice was happy but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Shut up, Clover! Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arm strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real.
Perhaps she was afraid he'd run away if she didn't hold on to him.
Let's get away from her voice. Perhaps she was worried he would be gone the moment she let go. Oh, I wanted to run away. Her voice, very loud, right in my ear.
Me and the narrator, we're on the same page here.
Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
Oh, you're back!
Please, Clover, stop saying that.
Come now, what's gotten into you? My back's not that amazing. You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Not as though you did! I really thought you were dead!
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot!
Oh, wow! Oh my goodness! Wow.
That's why I was leaning back during that.
Microphone protection.
And protecting the audience's ears here.
Yes.
Let me rub your ears.
My ears, on the other hand.
You want me to rub your ears?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. Thank you!
Yes.
It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Ugh. Even though Junpei knew they had little time, and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired. It's one of those, you done yet?
We're ready whenever you are. I see.
No, I can't.
I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes.
So then whose clothes am I wearing?
Because of that, you thought I was dead. Correct?
He had quickly and neatly summarized the events of several hours. Junpei nodded. Not that I can see you nodding.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here in this room. Do I have it straight?
Seven had been rather surprised to learn of the dead body in the captain's quarters. With everything that had taken place, Junpei had simply forgotten to mention that to him. Oh yeah, there was a dead body. He was made to look like Zero.
We didn't mention him because he wasn't. Well then, I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were? You don't know? Oh, whoops!
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
Because you should know. The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is. And let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird ropes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
We need to figure out who Mr. X was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red. Where did they get you? Do you remember?
I'm blind.
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A can releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent. Judging from how I was incapacitated.
And that means it was...
Zero.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Junpei crossed his arms and thought, oh no, already?
Uh-oh.
So I guess we'll take a brief pause and
Okay.
I'll fix that.
Pause.
So Junpei crossed his arms and thought, why had Zero made Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How had the results of that trick benefited Zero? It was a mystery. Junpei couldn't make sense of it.
It's Mystery X.
Mystery X. Mr. EX. He also didn't know, or didn't have a satisfactory explanation for how he discerned the key code for the coffin. It just didn't make sense. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. What did that mean? Did it mean anything? And why had Junpei felt compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. He had no answer for him then, and he still didn't. All he could say was that it seemed to have been a subconscious reaction. His fingers had simply moved on their own accord. My arm! What's it doing?
I can't control my body! I'm having a seizure!
Clover, where's that axe?
I'm having a button seizure!
Junpei had no idea what any of it meant. His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think. And of course, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die. A girl. Her name was,
There had been another experiment conducted on the same ship 9 years ago. A girl had died during it. And then other things. Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders. Switching clothes. The nonary game. And whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself. The maelstrom in his head spat out words and ideas that disappeared back into it almost as soon as he'd grasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There was something that tied all of them together. Zero. He was the ringleader, the person who had trapped 9 people on a sinking ship. Zero knew everything. If they could uncover Zero's identity, all their questions would be answered. Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a theory. If he could only test it. Or perhaps...
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock.
Well, yeah, that was like a half hour ago.
That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry!
Oh, I was just saying that.
We're
Alright.
too far off the mark.
How are we gonna get out of here?
A duh. Through the other number 9 door. I can do math too.
I'm maybe blind, but I'm not dumb. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. With Snake, we could open the door.
Do we know if Snake was blind from birth?
No,
He was blinded?
I think that it had to do with that car accident that he was in when Clover explained that he was... It was in one of our other playthroughs, and because Junpei asked that if he was born blind, and she said no, he was in a really bad car accident, and then that's also when he lost his arm.
Got it.
Okay.
don't tell me you haven't figured it out yet.
As they sniped back and forth, Junpei glanced at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with a 2 on it. Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going. 7 stomped off toward the smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. 7 quickly laid his hand on the red, and asterisk appeared on the screen. Junpei and the others followed suit, and laid their hands on the scanner panel. Soon there were 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. 7 glanced at them, then laid his hand on the lever of the red. Alright. You guys ready to go? No?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Junpei paused for a moment. I don't think so.
Not yet.
Really? Well,
Before we go in, I'd like to check something. You want to check something? Yeah, but before I do... 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
what do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? Nike. But if the door opens...
Just do it!
Shia LaBeouf!
Do it! Just do it!
But if the door opens, don't let your dreams be dreams, okay? Please. This is really important. I really need to check this, okay?
Just let him do it, 7.
Work with me here.
Junpei looked directly into Seven's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Do it.
Do it! Screw it.
And here's our lever.
The door opens.
Mm-hmm.
Seven pulled down on the lever, and door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8.
And we're safe because we're still on this side of the door.
Right.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right, it is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet? Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei.
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
So that's what she had. She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to Seven.
This was in the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm going to call the guy we found in the captain's quarters Cap.
Just call him Captain.
Because Cap is shorter. If Cap was really 0, then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Numbers. But most importantly, if you were Cap and this was your game, would you really put one of these bracelets on yourself? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Wait, you're not going to leave us behind, are you? Because you're leaving with Clover.
No,
Okay.
trust me, big guy.
Believe me, if I was lying, you could just pound me to the ground. After he and Clover scanned their bracelets, he waved Caps over the scanner panel. Then he pulled the lever. However, the door didn't open. The Reds display read error. Or error.
ROR. I knew it! Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work.
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Seven waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red. Huh. Looks like you're right. Duh, of course
See?
I'm right.
So what does that mean? There's only one possibility. The bracelet.
I don't know why I was starting to read Snake's line.
Well, I tried to read 7 earlier, so
okay.
we're even. just like Snake, but not 7. Oh, that bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying? That's right.
What number is it?
Let's find out.
Junpei.
Scan the bracelet with this combination. Okay.
I guess we could just go through all of them. I mean, I don't know if it matters.
Deduction time. Let's see what happens with the first choice.
So that equals 7. Maybe that means that it would be 2.
However, it's not 2. We already have a 2.
So it's not 2. Cap's number wasn't 2. Junpei proceeded to...
Well, let's assume it's 9. So, we can't scan it with everyone though. So it's probably not 9. Let's see. Well, am I 5? Is that right?
You're 5.
Okay.
Remember, Jumpy is 5 letters.
Oh, yes. 5-letter Jumpy. So, let's see. 7 plus 5 is 12, requiring a 6 to go through. 6 is not with us, so we'll give that a shot. Okay. This combination opened the door, then Cap's bracelet was number 6. Well.
Mm-hmm. Hey! That opened. The door opened.
What? Why? What does that mean?
Both Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken as they turned to look at Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an eyebrow.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
So math, and that equals 9. But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh? Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
Oh, I'm the answer man now. Only one person with a 6.
You skipped a line of dialogue.
I did?
Oh, never mind. I guess
I said only one person with a
Oh,
6. That was the gist of it.
Okay, I didn't.
Sometimes you improvise a little. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
I don't get it. What about you?
Well, this is only an educated guess. And I'm certainly educated, as you can tell from my refined accent. I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
Are you saying the one with this accent is dumb?
I never said anything of the sort, just that someone with this accent is smart.
So,
Oh, it's still me. Her bracelet was flipped. In other words, June's real number is...
9?
Whoa, I went a little deep there for some reason. That seems the most likely.
Are you trying to make fun of me?
No, never. Though I could take you in a fight. We've already established that in a previous playthrough.
Yeah, fine. Whatever.
Then all this numbered door stuff is just a lot of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Oh, right. Because 6 and 9 are certainly not interchangeable.
So anyway, they're taking a look at all the numbered door stuff, all the combinations. Clover read each row out loud so that Snake could follow along. Oh, that's nice of you. Except for me reading it.
Alright, I made a list of all the numbered doors that June has gone through so far. I wrote down which door she went into and with who. And I wrote all the numbers were. So if you switch 9, and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. The digit root is 7, and you can't open door 4. The digit root is 2, and you can't open door 8.
Snake.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
3?
Oh, Santa's always been in the room with her.
That was Seven's line.
Oh, sorry, 7. I'll let you read that one.
Good, because you can't read anyway. Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Well, you can't read Braille.
Fine.
Yes. Exactly.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question, why? Why would Santa do such a thing?
Especially to then put her at gunpoint later.
The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number? 7! Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. 7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations. This is what you're getting at, right, Snake? He read out the changes he made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. I guess. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way! Santa is 0?
Wow, I hear a faint ringing still.
Yeah, that's why I started to look this way.
Yeah. And June was 9, not 6. On the contrary, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and a minus 3. They cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
And that means even though he set the whole thing up, Santa was still playing by the rules of the notary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa played this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0. If my hypothesis is correct.
Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei remained silent and thought. Snake's hypothesis didn't satisfy him. June's bracelet was flipped. Even if that were possible, then there would have been 2 9 bracelets. And if that were the case...
Alright, that's enough talking. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's high time we went through that door. Who's not wearing any sleeves? Oh, Snake's got short sleeves.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably move on to the next episode.
Okay, episode time.
Yeah. Or
Bye.
end of episode time.
Yep, click.
Bye.